haven't seen before. I think that's huge. Just get it started off, hit in the fairway. He does that, it just changes this hole completely for him.
And it just trickles into
now on the tee.
The rough.
Quick left.
Left himself with a birdie putt that's up the hill. Very, very makeable.
For that bunker, they'll move it a little bit to the left, back up the hill.
We're seeing it, and so is Rory.
I love that camera angle. And Rory is going to do that every time he's got a chance.
Well, you're gonna see right here, Dave.
325 to carry.
146 yards, but he also looking right. Smart play. Very sensible from there.
More at the camera tower that we're looking at. Good play. Let's stay there. Hang on.
You know, pretty much uphill, all except for the last quarter of the putt. Then it starts going downhill.
Aggressive pace there from Rory.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, those are the kind of putts that I think are the most difficult out here, where you have to come up over a little ridge and the hole's cut. Looks like he thinks it's going to go left a little bit. Oh, it went right.
See, and Scotty's didn't move at all. 141 yards for Rory. Back hole location.
Not going to stay up on the ridge. No problem finding the fairway for this group, but now.
Well played. It's a 6-iron as well.
Heard him ask for it to sit almost immediately.
And that is going to be super fast coming down the hill.
Birdie putt on its way. That's awfully well judged.
Not bad at all.
He was ready when his name was called. Now McIlroy challenging second shot.
Yeah, just what you thought, Andy. He was going to have to land it short to get it close to the hole, and that is marvelous.
Ooh.
Outstanding right there.
Start out those bunkers and just turn it right to left and just hammer it.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Yeah, that's a little too far left. I think it stayed out of the penalty area. This is a 7-iron. Yeah, that's leaking a little right as well, Andy.
That's not bad at all there.
Nope.
You know, you almost would take it there versus 50 or 60 feet by the hole, putting straight down that hill. It might be an easier up and in from just short right of the green.
Going with the putter, just the one variable, just how speedy it is from the fairway cut of grass.
It's on a great line, but not enough pace.
I'm going to say okay.
They got McIlroy in trouble, Billy.
Oh, that was an awkward lie. And he slipped pretty big time right there. It's going to miss well right. Very little available over here on the left.
So problems for McIlroy and Schauffele at the 16th. We've yet to see a birdie.
That's just about right. That's very accepting of the situation. A little moving to the right.
So McIlroy will go from 1 under to 1 over after doubling the 16th.
Well, it's pretty in the air.
almost exactly what happened to Tommy Fleetwood. Just a beautiful looking right to left tee shot.
Something that players have to be a little careful of.
Seen a bunch of chip ins already this morning. McIlroy. Oh, almost.
Well, that's got to get lucky right there.
He got lucky once and got lucky again.
It's really good contact there, Jeff.
Yeah, that's a great shot from there for above the feet. Must have had a lie that he could work with.
Excellent approach from McIlroy.
Getting the break off the tee.
McIlroy's birdie putt.
8-iron from 173 yards, and that is a bad miss.
Really inexplicable.
On his best.
Just inside 130. Well, that appears to be really good. Very nice.
Yep. It's going to be a quick putt from there, though.
You could almost...
A little bit frustrated, I would think, Billy.
Well, very much so. Yeah, a little late with the delivery there.
Another fairway missed.
Well, he clipped a little bit.
Started on a really nice line.
And that's going to work out beautifully.
Hang on. Hang on. All right. Well done.
Thumbs up from Scotty, Andy.
It continues to be a bit of a challenge today.
Well, when you're a big swinger and a big hitter, your timing, your rhythm has to be spot on.
That's been the miss, and that's left of the bunkers.
See, that's the beauty of Rory McIlroy. He doesn't seem to allow poor tee shots.
Never finished better than 50th in the PGA Championship, but again has been playing so much quality golf. Back to McIlroy and the birdie putt. That burns an edge.
Yeah. He's hit a couple of good putts. Now you have to clip these perfectly. And that's about maybe one step from really being super good. I think the good thing about it is it's underneath the hole, Curtis.
Par putt for McIlroy. Ooh, okay.
You can see his setup, Andy, for a nice cut. Hole just screams for a little cut, doesn't it?
Well, that's exactly the same tee shot he hit at the 12th hole early on. He put it right in the middle of the fairway. Now Rory, front left hole location.
Well, 212. This is a 4-iron.
He's missed it left. Another
Yeah, it's
wild
almost
shot to the left.
It's almost like he tried to take a little off and going well past the hole.
Most of the players, Bill, have come up well short here. You're hitting into that upslope, the grain, softness. Bad combination.
Missed the green at 1, and now he's missed it here, even though this is par 5. Still, you're in the fairway, and you missed every green from the fairway. Yeah, that's going towards that big tree left of the green, Matt.
Kicks back down.
I mean, you can go ahead and throw it up there and maybe hope that it comes back a little bit, or you can fire it into the hill like that.
Nope. Not to be. He said I pulled it. It appeared I could read his lips on that one. Good feedback on the initial swing with the driver.
Again, just anything just a little bit to the right of the hole, maybe a little bit past. You don't want to come up short because of the false front. It can come off the front of the green.
Rest of line. Good. An unforced error, isn't it, Andy?
Absolutely. Really straightforward bunker shot for Rory. It's back up the hill into the green. That was a much easier shot than Scotty's.
To the first.
Sand wedge. With that big tree framing the backdrop. And another good shot. He needs to make a bunch of these today. And he's got the first one.
He did exactly what he needed to do back at the second hole. Now put it in the fairway here.
After starting with 2 dog legs, this the first straightaway tee shot, and
That's got to go. Good chance that's going to come back down away from the green, probably 15 or 20 yards.
there you see club face wide open, slip it right under the ball. Beautifully played.
2 absolutely in play.
Oh, beautiful.
What a putt.
And 2 really good putts in the last 2 holes.
That was Rory's 130, right at the hole, right over the flagstick.
Good.
These guys are so amazing, taking that sand wedge and hitting these little low runners with it. He's going to have to smoke this one. A lot of people hit 5s here, but they put head covers off of them.
He looked like he smoked it.
He did, right on the front. There's a good chance that'll come back off that false front and go a good 10 or so yards off the green.
Needed just a little bit more there.
Let's pick things up now to the play at 6.
McIlroy chipping it up there and got it just about exactly hole high.
Well, that'd be about 4 feet to save par.
Good par. And as a final follow-up, it was pole and it was 274 yards to lead the tour that year.
Rory. Cutting one right down the middle. Surprising to see him not drive it well, considering that strength that club is yesterday. It's coming in hot. And
A little right to left break to it. You just can't goose this one. The ridge starts about 6 feet past the hole.
came out a little hotter than he wished. And his 6th one putt.
Pound this one. They've waited about 10 minutes for the green to clear.
27% of the field tried to drive this green yesterday, and there's going to be trouble over there, Andy.
Has the entire green to work with. Nice lie in the rough. Very doable.
Look at this from McIlroy. What a shot.
1 under par on the most difficult hole in the course. Now to Rory.
And birdie.
Just the right edger. There we go. Beautiful pitch across the green to get in that position.
Here they come. McIlroy works his way back to even. 3 birdies on the front.
Does help the shot you're trying to hit here.
Stay right there. It's perfect.
Andy, I think Rory's looked better this week when he's tried to fade the ball.
I agree 100%, Jeff. There's a nice play. Stay there. Should be able to put a putter on that.
It does. So he'll have an eagle putt or chip, depending on what he chooses.
Nicely done.
One more one putt, it would appear. Fourth birdie of the day for the 4-time winner here.
Helping catapult him up the leaderboard. I think he likes that one. Oh, looked like it bounced in.
15 feet left of the hole. That'd be a nice play.
Out of the sand, Andy, but 50 yards closer than Scotty Scheffler.
He's going to pad his putting stats again, maybe there.
McIlroy with the putter, Andy.
He is playing for the local low putt prize today.
No kidding. Officially 11 putts through 10 holes.
On the green, instead it's in the bunker. Back to 11.
You can tell how disappointed Rory is. Won't in the stats be a 3-putt, but it's a 2-putt, which he hadn't even had many of those today.
Beautiful left to righter here yesterday and put it in the fairway. This one was started left and it's staying there.
Find that rough.
Or he's got to keep it down low underneath these branches about 30 yards in front of him. That makes it even more difficult with this front left hole location that just went dead left. Can you get it to come out of the rough softly enough? Oh, that's pretty good. But he's going to have above the hole.
That's really good, though, Andy.
Pretty well done, wasn't it?
McIlroy trying to avoid back-to-back bogeys.
The speed can be so variable depending on how high you go.
He knew it right away.
Our old buddy Ben Crenshaw was the guy who always took the highest line, the softest, rolling toward the hole.
So Rory worked to get it to 1 under.
He's got to really spin this one as much as he can.
Spectacular.
Incredible stuff.
Just clean up all these short ones. Not a lot in any of these.
Okay. Well done.
McIlroy, that doesn't look like driver.
Breeze is left to right, which messes with their heads a little bit.
leaning like it's leaking. And that one will run into that same bunker.
That's a pretty good place to be.
No.
He carried it a little bit further and spun it a little bit more.
Still in a position where he's going to have a good look for birdie. Yes.
.322, that bunker on the right.
That was long. So 2 for 2 in this fairway.
A little 3/4 hang on and carried it a good 6-7 paces past the hole.
Just saw this putt a moment ago. Seen a couple of them on this hole.
Just all downhill, get the right speed.
What a good roll. What a good roll from McIlroy. Weird. Not if there wasn't mud on the ball.
Yep, correct.
So Rory finishes with par to remain at 1 under. Step aside, go to 15.
Captivating hole. You can imagine the feeling of Sunday on the 71st hole with a championship on the line, staring at that one way right. Our tracing by Top Tracer, brought to you in partnership with Rolex. Rory might have preferred that we didn't trace that one.
He's going to have to just pitch it into the upslope and let it trickle down the hill.
Seen a couple players come up short with this one. McIlroy, good speed. Nicely done. McIlroy makes the same mistake that Schauffele did. That's just shocking to watch those two miss those putts than any other hole on the golf course. Found a way to get that one home. Well, kind of snuck in the left side.
Oh, this is going left. It hit the roof of the hospitality tent and looks like it went in the hazard. Okay, that's about hole high, 20 yards right of the green.
You can see it from overhead, and you can see top of the golf ball. Be a question about the lie. Competing on the weekend. Another look as we're seeing this, Andy and Curtis. The natural tendency would be the fear that that could turn over left.
Hard left, ball being so much above your feet.
Oh, kind of softed it, came out absolutely dead. He's going to be a good 35 feet, 40 feet short.
He definitely needs a good one here.
I think he did it. He might have made it. Ooh. Really hit a nice putt right here. A lot faster and a lot more break than I think you could really tell, but you know, George, if his ball would have gone in the water, he could.
Bogey on the last, 69. McIlroy will have 36 more holes to go at Quail Hollow. Good start. Now they go to the challenging 11th.
right center, made it a left kick.
Got it. Sure looks good through 2 swings with it today.
Driving this down at center of the green and drawing.
Oh, yeah, terrific. How good was that, Brooksy?
Or push straight.
That is smashed.
This looks good.
Pretty good.
Maybe just a little more pace. That one might have had a chance. It's all feel.
Here it comes.
Worked out nice.
I think he'd be pretty pleased with that.
Yes, 3's a good score here.
He's even on his round through the first 4 holes.
He held that one over there. It appears close. Yeah, there you go. Just off the right edge.
This is pipe.
That caught fairway.
Let's see if his first ball is in play or not, or if that will be his 4th shot coming up here.
From the immaculately groomed Tahoma. Nice save.
Almost a par. Instead, it's a bogey. But the first one went out of bounds, so that is a drop shot for Rory here at the 15th. And I never thought last year, Dre, that he would take this bunker on right here that he's taking on right now. He flew it all 4 days last year, and he's flown it again there. My goodness. He looked at the camera last year when he won on the PGA Tour here, and he said, "Hi, Mr. Harris."
Plenty of green.
Couple groups ahead of McIlroy. Maverick McNeely just shot 32 on this backside, his first 9 holes.
Good read there.
Now 1 over on his round.
You could not draw this up any better.
That makes golf easier.
pretty good weight there. Tough for some of these guys to commit.
Solid save there by Rory. He gave that first putt a chance.
Did you see the line Bryson took today?
I did not.
It was where that cloud is to the right. Yeah, it's in the neighborhood of the where Rory just went. It's actually further to the right than that.
There's a lot of left to right in it. Very well done.
That surprised me a little bit, Mark. The quality of that lie. I thought he'd just go ahead and chip it.
I concur.
You were talking about this green. This is really close to where the old par 3 second green was. The first hole was.
Still a fair amount of people out here watching this group, though. This would cause some noise. As an ex-player, really enjoying watching these guys not have their best stuff and still watch them grind everything out.
There should be no other way. Part of what makes him great.
Back to 1 over on his round, 2 over for the PGA.
Straight up in the air. Just left of it.
About 30 feet, 35 feet.
Just inside of 30 feet. Rory just has a look in his eye on this putt. Right line, just didn't get it there.
Yeah.
Really not a lot to this. Also may want to move a little to his left, but not much.
Well, who knows? Maybe get a birdie or two coming in, Dre. He shot 62 in the final round. They remain tied.
The question is, do they want to play with each other yet another day?
They're headed that way, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's going to have to hit this about 90 feet to get it there.
That's a 5. In the water off the tee. Completely out of position above that bunker. Why not?
Let's go! Go, Rory! Go, Rory!
Big swooping hook over towards that left oak.
Short.
Yeah, I think you can hit that. It didn't look like it. Stop. You're right. Same as that too, right? Yeah.
Still should be moving just a little bit to the right.
Problem solved.
So much respect for how hard he grinded today.
For sure.
But still at Oakmont and at Royal Portrush will be on the very short list of favorites. Well, good morning. That'll do. Although it runs through and into the.
Slipped it under there nicely there. Just ripped that sandwich under the ball.
On the range as well. And Rory McIlroy's Sunday begins with a shot dropped on one, and that's been a hole that's been birdied quite a bit. So
we know what line he's going to take it to. Launching it right over those trees. Big dog leg right to left, second hole. Not only in the fairway, but through the fairway down into that rough.
Than anything we've seen today, maybe something to look forward to later in the day when they firm up.
Indeed. Andy North is caught up with Rory McIlroy. Hi, Andy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Yeah, Rory's driven in the right-hand rough. Missed both the first two fairways.
All right, Andy, what's Rory facing here?
Yeah, you just got to carry this about 1.5 yards, just barely on the green. It's going to go fast down the hill and moving to the right.
And he played the belly shot, kept it on the ground, ran it through the first cut.
He's got a little bit of work to get his first par of the day.
Proper.
2.
McIlroy does make his par putt.
Hit the fairway here with the driver on 3.
He hit 19 fairways the first 2 days. 3 days, excuse me, and he's yet to hit one today.
Streak continues.
So that's 19 out of 45 fairways so far this week he's had his ball in. Navigated under the tree beautifully. See what kind of hop it takes. It catches a front left bunker.
Rory from the bunker on 3.
He's got to carry it up over the ridge that runs through this green, which he's done beautifully. It's still going to come up a little short.
Yeah, they are firming up and speeding up.
Bogeys at 1 and at 3 for Rory as he goes to the par 3 fourth tee.
It's hard to get refocused and get back grinding.
Boy, well said, Andy. You never know how you're going to react until you're in that situation.
Right at it. Will it stay on the green?
And that's what we've seen all morning long. It's going to be something we watch throughout the afternoon. You think you've put one right on that pin, and it rolls right off the back of the green.
And he did.
We see the tee on 5 and Rory.
Both Christian and Rory parred the par 3 fourth. Christian has drove it in the left center of the fairway, and Rory's hit it down here close to a green mile. 77 yards to the front of this 5th green. Got to carry it all the way up. There's a false front right in front of this hole. Now let's see if we get some spin.
Yep, perfect.
Beautiful shot.
Perfect. Monster drive and a great wedge. All right, the longest drive, closest approach today, Andy.
Yeah, putting almost the exact same line that Christian just putted on. Got a little teach. That always helps.
That's the cheat code right there. You hit it over 350, inside 100, knock it into 5 feet, roll it in, birdie.
He's got to land this ball. There's a false front of about 6 or 7 yards. So he's got to land this one almost 10 yards onto the green.
Asking for it to cut.
And that is going to miss the green on the left. But a lot of green to work with. Shouldn't be a problem.
That would be something. All right, Andy. McIlroy second.
The whole green to work with. Just, whoa.
Ran it up there and it hit the flagstick.
That had some speed to it.
Well, as we said, we're going to see some more of those as the day goes on. We almost had one there with Rory. Bogey at 1, bogey at 3, birdie at 5, and now a par at 6. Back to 7.
Yeah, big time drive. Wind helping a little bit here at 7. He had a great drive here the first day where he tried to cut it. Just kind of a fairway finder and still hit it down here a mile.
Okay, wind. Wind. Oh.
Okay, that's going to be barely safe.
Ah, set. Oh my God, set.
And he'll have even longer to go than Tiger did. Tiger was up top and.
Yeah, really a dangerous shot. Has to come down that big slope that we've seen players get the ball close to the hole. Now it's going to be super fast coming down there.
Gotta get to that. There we go. Now we go.
Boy, that was close to not even getting over the ridge, and it gets almost to the hole.
Move to his right with a little speed.
Oh, that was violent.
What else can happen this week?
Showed some anger after that swing.
Going with a lofted club. Thought he might go down with more of a 8-iron approach.
There's that second ridge Andy was talking about. What a tidy shot by McIlroy. Only one of the par 4s playing it under par for the week, and you see why.
Looks like the wind is starting to pick up a bit as well.
Perfect.
So important to put it on this fairway on this long par 4 to have a chance to even.
Long way home, Andy.
But it's from the fairway, so that's good. I would think he'd probably take this at the middle portion of the green and try to let it just ride the wind a little bit. It's hard to get it all the way near to that back right. You're going to see a lot of guys going that direction as we go through the day. Super dangerous to try to get it close back there.
Your estimation's what?
Be patient today. Realize there's going to be ebbs and flows out there. Somebody's going to make a run, and it's going to get close more than likely. He's not going to go out and birdie the first 2 or 3 and win and lead by 6 all day long. Grain to the back of the green.
Rory for par.
Left. See if he can hit one of those bombs. Knock it down here in 2.
Right center will run out on the fairway.
Well, this is headed down the right side.
Yep.
Just what Curtis suggested.
Pinches in at about 310.
This came out low left. This is going to find left rough.
How do you like your hash?
Xander, a multiple major winner. He's 4 under on the golf course. He and his playing competitor Sam Burns 4 under, the best on the golf course. Now Rory on 10. Hard to slow it down from that rough, and he cannot.
Well, the flagstick is perched right up on the beginning of the slope away, so it's just
for birdie.
Just barely off the green. I thought he might be able to putt this ball, but he's going with some loft. That's going to be a good 4 or 5.
Back into the green, a little bit from left to right to keep your speed up.
All right.
So
love to.
This is perfect.
He knows somebody might make a run. Just be ready for any of those little battles that come with on the golf course.
well, he's done it twice before, but on the same golf course. So as Dave Fleming was pointing out in the break, it'd be big to do it elsewhere. I think we all think it'll happen eventually. Could be today. There's 11. You'd have to believe Eagles made, I should say, as the afternoon progresses to 11.
McIlroy's birdie putt.
He's putting up the hill from the middle of the green, then it goes away from us really fast past the hole.
He couldn't have been all that happy with his iron shot, huh, Andy?
A lot here.
Par putt from McIlroy. Just snuck that in the right side, so Rory makes a par at a hole that's really been playing tough, especially the last couple rounds.
He's hit this one 2 of 3 times, the second hardest to hit at the course, Andy.
Boy, this one's going to be okay.
See, hit it again. He hit this fairway 3 of 4 times. Not a big deal.
It's still not on the green. Back to 12.
McIlroy off a tree, off the tee into the fairway.
Maybe use the ridge now too.
Same spot as Bezadenhout.
This got a little bit more spin. This is coming back.
Now McIlroy at 12.
Slippery going down the hill.
Gently tap it.
It did stay left. Yeah, he didn't think so either. It's
one of the best irons he's hit all day.
And excellent from McIlroy. We've been watching all morning, haven't seen many that close.
Just double cross that one.
Had a 64 on Friday. That's in the rear view at this point. Rory trying to cash that great tee shot on 13. All
right, Rory, Andy.
Yeah, he has plenty of firepower to get it. Breeze blowing straight left to right, which really gets in your head a little bit because you know you've got to draw it back up against the wind.
And it's thick grass down there. It starts bouncing, though, you wonder.
He played it beautifully.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Oh, he's caught a lot of edges today and this week.
Yeah, all the glory of what happened to him at the Masters, and it's been a frustrating week here in Charlotte for Rory McIlroy, no doubt.
Standing in this tee, I don't see taking it over these trees very often. That's a very aggressive line. But if you can carry it about 320 in the air, that makes it a little bit easier.
That's hammered. Perfect tee shot.
That's exactly what he did, losing it a little bit right.
not too bad over there, though.
His third at the par 5. Nicely played by McIlroy. Coming off bogey at 14, has a chance to get it right back here at 15.
To 15.
And a short one left for McIlroy's birdie. And he's got it. 3 birdies, 3 bogeys for Rory today.
Ooh. Didn't catch it.
All right.
The Green Mile Club is over there, Dre.
And it is near it. I see people scattering that way.
Pretty good break he got here, Frank, in that trampled down area.
Don't mess with the left of the flag. So that'll still be a speedy chip for McIlroy.
Yeah, that was a great week. I was up here watching the boys play. McIlroy's had 2 bogeys in the last 2 holes here at 17, last 2 days.
The only problem, Ian, was we finished second.
Yeah, I know. We continue to do that. Rory.
Meanwhile, over to 17.
He was dry, stayed up in the rough. He is 5 over on the Green Mile this week. Stretch of 3 difficult holes, as difficult as you will see in championship golf. McIlroy for par after the poor tee shot. And has not played the 17th well this week. 3 over par for Rory. It'll be a bit of a reset before we head to Oakmont for the US Open for Rory.
After a tee shot that all the late starters will desire come about 5 hours down the road. Rory for birdie. And your expectations, Rory, with 3 wins on the year. Looking ahead, Oakmont, Portrush,